I think it's really important to remember, why is mobile important? This is not a trend. This is not something that's a fad that's going to come in and out. This is a true change in how consumers and the nation really leverages and uses the internet. Google recently conducted an incredible study and really focused on the concept of how we're utilizing these mobile devices in the shopping experience and in media consumption in a very interesting way. Think of your own families. How often are you just watching TV, or how many people bring out these devices? And I think that one of the most interesting things from the study is the very last part of the screen, where it mentions online shopping as a multi-screen activity. And let's remember that when it comes to the mortgage, people are shopping. They're shopping for advice, they're shopping for insight, they're shopping for rate and information. And so you have to recognize that if we are not making a deliberate attempt to reach consumers on these devices, someone else will. And when you think about the makeup of what those devices look like in the country, in the next few years, more than 20% of U.S. households will not have a PC. They will be using iPads and iPhones, tablets exclusively for viewing and consuming content. And so when you really think about 2015, that is not very long away. And so what are you doing in your practice? What are you doing in your sales pitch? What are you doing in your conversations to really embrace this new medium? And quite frankly, there hasn't been anything. And so today, Mortgage Coach has spent 3 years, really since 2 months after the launch of Edge for the web, we started working on Edge for mobile. And so really, when we think about what this culmination is, it's about reaching the consumer where they're comfortable. Nobody likes sitting in their office. No one likes sitting in front of their PC. Everyone has their phone in their pocket, and when you're looking at your iPad, you're generally comfortable. So we can get the consumer when they're in this position, or in this mindset, this mentality. I think we can all agree we have a much higher probability of connecting the dots for them. Now, to get slightly technical for just a moment, mortgage technology companies from across the industry are going to be touting how they approach the mobile conundrum. And quite frankly, I've been to every technology conference for the last 24 months, and everyone is doing the shortcut. And the shortcut, folks, is HTML5. If you haven't heard that term, it basically means you make one app that will work on the web and will work on all devices. And the fact is, that might work for a few loan officers or for niche markets, but millions of consumers use these devices every day. They expect to touch it, swipe it. They want to see video. They want to see audio. So at Mortgage Coach, we threw out HTML5 as our direction. We've invested 4 times the amount of capital that's usually required to build apps of HTML5 nature. We've built everything native. Everything. Meaning all of our technology is homegrown to make sure that you're represented properly on these devices, be it iPhone or iPad, or for those of you that are Android fans, the Android devices very, very soon. So with that said, I want to show you exactly how this works and what to expect from the Edge mobile experience. So first of all, this is live in the App Store. So if you go into the iTunes App Store, if you go on your devices and whatnot, if you search for Mortgage Coach, you will be presented with the option to download and install our app. I want to walk you, though, through the process of how you would actually inspire your consumer. Who are you presenting this information to actually experience the app experience for themselves? So as you already know, Edge is fundamentally focused on providing a link to the consumer. So if you give the consumer a link, their expectation is that they're going to be able to consume what's behind it. Now, when you click the link on the phone, so this could be any sort of email, any sort of way of communicating the customer, they obviously don't have the app. So there is no way for the phone to render that content. So what happens is it lets them know, brings them right to the page with a single touch. They're now taken directly to the point of being able to install that app. So the link is directly connected to the app. When you install the app, you're then able to view the content of the link. So you'll see in just a moment, the consumer or yourself or whomever, you send this link to a realtor, a financial planner, a referral partner. You put it on your website, you put it on a blog, you put it on Facebook. It doesn't matter. If they attempt to consume that information from a mobile device, it will help them download the app. And now, of course, if they click that link and they attempt to open the link again, they'll never even see that website. They'll never see the link to the store. It will magically open the app on their device. Now, video and audio is absolutely critical. We know that. We want to be able to help our consumers understand what their mortgage options are. So all of your edge videos, all of your narrations that you do when you tell somebody about the advantages of the programs or the product, it's now you making eye contact with them, body language, tone, tenacity, focus, all on these devices. So you don't have to get in the car and drive over to see the customer. You can reach literally through the screen, whether it's 5 miles or 5,000 miles away, and you can say, hello, I am your professional, and I can help you right now. Now, you don't have to do anything special. All of your existing reports with video work. Any new reports that you create with video work. So you have the ability to reach out directly to the consumer and have this conversation. Now, when you look at the information that's presented on the report, it's exactly the type of information that you expect, certainly just like our current reports in Edge. If you touch the contact information to yourself, all of your data will be big and large and available for the consumer to actually touch. So if I wanted to call Susanna right now, or if I wanted to email Susanna right now, I can simply touch their information. All of the graphs and the charts that you'd expect in all of the Edge reports are present in the mobile app. So you're able to actually swipe. You can see I just moved my finger across the screen, and I can actually navigate to any of these sections. If I want to see the video again, or even if I want to navigate the app while the video is playing, the consumer does not have to leave the screen up with the video playing. I can literally scroll to the left, I can be navigating the report, and the audio for that video continues playing. So it's a very simple and elegant way of consuming the information. Now, of course, this is not just for iPhone. This is also an experience that is designed for the iPad. So when you take a look at what does the difference look like, or how is the information presented, it's very, very similar. So on the iPad, you can see, we can take a quick tour. You can look at all the information. But if you brought up a sample analysis on the iPad, it's very, very similar. The biggest difference, of course, is that we have more screen real estate. So the video doesn't have to go behind the content. It can literally sit on top of the content the way that it does here in the upper right-hand corner. On the iPad, as expected, I can navigate all of the different charts and screens the same way that you would on the phone, and have a tablet-oriented experience. So the ability to swipe, the ability to take a look at the graph, the ability to move around the report as expected and conveying that information is certainly fully available on both app flavors. Now, last but certainly not least, all the information on these reports is live. So as you'd expect, if you were to highlight a column, or if you were to highlight a particular loan option or loan product, that graph or chart would highlight. So in this case, in this example, if I highlighted our monthly payment savings, you'll see that the iPad app magically swipes itself. If I highlight savings over the next 84 months, the iPad app magically swipes itself. So the ability for you to have a conversation as if you're sitting with the consumer on this device is absolutely not only possible, it's part of the built-in functionality. And if you've been using Edge Live already, you know how powerful it is to highlight or maneuver content for the consumer on their behalf. So we are able to create that same type of connectivity, that same type of association and experience with our mobile apps as well. Now, those of you, I know when we open this for questions, you've got Android fans on the phone. Folks, we are producing a native Android app as well. It's been produced in parallel with us building our iOS app. Of course, consumers certainly have a lot more iPads in the market than a lot of the Android devices, so it came out first. But in the upcoming weeks, you can sign up on the website to get a preview of the Edge for Android. You'll see the sign-up page on our website soon. So the ability for you, for any device, to reach the consumer and really provide that incredible experience is now just a click away. So all that you need to do today to enjoy this preview. Now, today the app is 1.1.4. So guys, we are inviting you to download it, touch it, experience it, open your own reports on it, hear yourself speak on it. But certainly we know there's still some tweaks, still some things to continue to evolve to make it the perfect app. So in about a week or two, you'll see our national message. So there's still a few things we want to make sure get inserted. And again, all of you who are on this phone call, you're literally the 500-600 people to know the app's available. So you have my email. It's joe@mortgagecoach. You've got Dave's email, dave@mortgagecoach. So simply download the app, experience it, and let us know what you think. Last but certainly not least, if you want to take a look at any of your reports on the device, you don't only have to, you don't have to just have a link. You can simply use your finger, swipe to the left, or of course, if you open the report without a link, this is what it will look like, and you can put your own report code in the app so you can see it. This accomplishes two things. One, if you have the consumer on the phone and you know, they're literally live with you, you don't even have to send them a link. You can ask them to go to the App Store, download the app, and then you can literally just give them the code that's on the end of your app, or your link to your Edge report. So here you can see Jeremy Forcier's link is 16FZW5. If I come into my app and I type that, 16FZW5, and I hit go, you can see that it's Jeremy's information that pulls up onto the iPad. It's his video, it's his report, it's his data. So you don't even have to take the time to send the email if you're verbally speaking to the consumer. If they've got the app, they've got your information within reach. I certainly hope this meets and exceeds your expectations for how Edge can create and impact the mobile experience. And I really look forward to getting your feedback as you are the first folks to experience it and tell us what you think.